What is up, YouTube? How is everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a fabulous freaking day.
It's raining.
We have a 2006 GTO on the dyno, on the good old Dynojet 224. It's an automatic, but we're gonna show you what's got in it. It's got some goodies. Got some goodies. Ugh. Let's hop up in here. Let's find our hood release. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Pure America. Pure America. We got the BTR intake. Not a fan of these on the NA cars. Boosted cars all day long. And this engine, by what I've been told, has been built for boost. Yet to have boost on it though. It is a 416 cubic inch engine. It has a 4L 80E transmission underneath this sucker. We just got done doing a full service on it. Dropped the tranny fluid, dropped the engine oil, dropped the rear diff oil, replaced all that stuff with good stuff. Looks like, I guess they're ICT coil pack brackets on here. We have a nice little catch can. We emptied that out for the customer, so that's pretty nice. It does have line lock, and by what I've seen in the transmission, it has a trans brake as well. So we don't know what this is gonna put down. This car actually came from New York. The customer bought it up there and brought it to us, and we're gonna go ahead and we serviced everything like I said, and then we're gonna be dyno tuning it. Make sure the tune's right. If it's not, we're gonna be correcting a few things. And I've already noticed that startup code kind of sucks. So we're gonna be adjusting that once the car cools down a little bit. But we're gonna be doing some passes in between and make sure everything's hunky-dory air fuel wise there. So beautiful car. Also has the blue interior. How can you not have the blue interior? Nice little automatic shifter down there. Pretty awesome, guys. Again, if you need any automotive work or dyno tuning, visit Gentek Performance. First link in the description below. Greg's over there doing a rear. Hopefully that doesn't get us demonetized, but he's doing a great job. But he loves cars like this and cars like that and cars like everything. So if you need work done or dyno tuning, modifications or anything, first link in the description below, guys. Make it happen. Let's get this thing rolling, and we're gonna set up the dyno, do our gear ratio and everything, and start making pulls on this sucker. See what she makes on the tune that's in it. Make sure it's safe. If it's not safe, we're gonna start adjusting it. I have a funny feeling we're gonna be adjusting it. So like all cars that have come to this dyno, we've had to make adjustments. So let's do it. Guys, we got some numbers. First pull, no adjustments whatsoever. It seems like it has a pretty decent tune on it, actually. So it put down 460 horsepower at 6,100 RPM, 522 foot-pounds of torque at 2,900 RPM. I don't know what cams in this thing, but I can tell you, it's a torque monster. Air fuel is actually really good along the way. It is a little rich on the hit. We might be fixing that. And it is running a max of 27 to 28 degrees of timing. That was a 180 degree thermostat degree pull in third gear on this 4L 80E. So, not bad, guys, not bad. I mean, whoever did the tune on this, actually, I looked over the tune too, but whoever did the tune on this actually did a pretty decent job. I have to commend them, whoever it may have been. I have to commend them. If you know who built this blue GTO with the carbon fiber hood and the 416 on it, good for you guys. Good for you guys. You did a decent job. We're gonna see if we can pull a little bit more power out of it though. I'm thinking maybe we will, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. So let's keep rolling. I'm gonna make a few little adjustments, add some timing in the tables in different places, and we're gonna see what we can get out of her. Maybe we can get a few more ponies. Who knows? right, guys, we made a little bit of progress. We added some timing. We took away a little bit of fuel, and we actually made a little bit more horsepower. So on that pass, after making changes, we made 468 and 539 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM. It's staying pretty consistent. I think this thing wants more timing. Usually when there's wobbly lines like that, it's telling me that the car wants more timing. It's already at 28 degrees across the board. Maybe we'll go to 29. It is a low compression engine, built for boost. It's obviously doing NA right now. So maybe it's gonna want 29 or 30 degrees of timing. It's hard to say. But air fuel is looking really nice, except for right about 4,100. That can be leaned out, but this is looking really good. 12.7s, we're gonna lean it out a little bit more. And then once we hit that about 5,000 RPM range, air fuel goes real nice. It acts really good. So we're gonna lean it out just a little bit more in this mid-range. Probably pick up a little bit more torque, a little bit more horsepower. But look at that graph, guys. That is just amazing. Let's pull up just that graph. There we go. Look at that graph. Little rich, about 4,100, but not terrible, guys. Not terrible. I still think it needs a little bit more timing up in here. So we're gonna make some more changes. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna let it cool down because it does have that BTR intake on here, and that's a problem. So it does have that BTR intake, and that intake gets stupid hot and heat soaked. So once we get everything like dialed in really close, we're gonna do a cold pass, like a 160s, 170 degree engine coolant pass, and then we're gonna do a pass right after it, and we're gonna see a horsepower drop where we wanna make sure our air fuel is staying consistent and our spark is staying consistent, and we don't have any spark knock on a hot run, like a 195, 200 degree run. So we're gonna let it cool down, make a few changes in the laptop, see if we can get it leaned out just a hair more, and see if we can make some more power, guys. 8 more horsepower and almost 20 more foot-pounds of torque is pretty freaking impressive, guys. Pretty freaking impressive. We added some timing. It didn't change much of anything. The horsepower numbers barely came up from 468, 440, or 468.40 to 468.86. And torque went from 539.32 to 539.85, leaning out a little bit, plus adding 1 more degree of timing, which is putting the max timing at 29, which is pretty high for a build like this. So the one thing I noticed was I still have a rich dip right here at 4,200. I've addressed that. I took that timing. This, you know, it's not worth the extra degree of timing for a half a horsepower, in my personal opinion. So I'd rather keep it on the safer side and put it back down to 27 to 28 degrees of timing and leave it at that. It did make power a little bit higher. So what we're gonna do is I did straighten this out. I'm trying to lean this little spike out here at 12.6. We're trying to get that at least 12.8. Rest of it 13.0, 12.9, which will be great. We're gonna let it cool down again, and we're gonna do another pass. And I think that's gonna be our final numbers. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a hot pass. So we're gonna do 2 back-to-back runs. So we're gonna do a cold pass, 160, 165, and then we're gonna immediately put it back into, put it back into park, get it back into reverse manual drive, foul body, by the way. So it's kind of interesting to do. We're gonna put it in 3rd gear. We're doing our pulls in 3rd. We're gonna do an immediate 3rd gear pull again at a hot engine to verify spark knock is not there. And as long as that's all good to go, that's probably gonna be our final numbers. I don't see us making 470. I think 468 is probably gonna be the bee's knees. Plus that intake is probably getting heat soaked. So it's probably not gonna make much more than this, guys. But stick around, let's see what happens. You never know. 172, 145, guys. All right. Now we're gonna do a hot pass. $190 degrees on our temperatures. Coolant temp. Guys, so that was our two back-to-back runs. We effectively lost about 10 horsepower between the two runs. So as you can see, that cold run, the one, it was 171 when we pulled. It was 472, 555, 545 torque, and then our immediate run right after that was like 195 coolant temp. The air fuel mixture richened up a little bit, which is totally okay, to be honest. And it still made 462 and 546 torque at around 3,000 RPM. So not bad at all, guys, not bad at all. Very, very safe. Even on that hot run, it ran a little on the richer side, which I'm totally okay with. I know the car is gonna be stupid safe, especially when it gets hotter out too. I'm really happy with how this turned out, guys. This thing's making a little bit more horsepower than before, and it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. All right, guys, let's do a little bit of a recap here. So car came in, beautiful blue GTO came in, making first pass 460.01 at 6,100 RPM, 522.60 at 2,000 and or about 3,000 RPM basically. Other than the richness of the air fuel in the very beginning, air fuel along the entire route looked pretty good. So not too worried about it. Ended up adding some timing, putting some other settings in that I know works for these cars, and leaned out my 2,500 to 4,500 range of air fuel. And obviously on a nice cool pass, which we did in the beginning as well, so apples and apples, we made 472 and 545 torque at the wheels. And we picked it up a little bit higher in the RPM range, which ain't too shabby. It needed timing. It definitely wanted timing in the mid-range because of these squiggly lines. You can see it, but now look how much smoother the dyno graph is for our runs, the last runs that we did in comparison to that. It did lose 10 horsepower on a hot-to-hot pass, but this car's not going to be running at 200 degrees down the track all the time. Obviously, if he's racing it, he's going to be letting it cool down. But on the flip coin, on a hot pass, 195, 200 degree pass, there was no spark knock. It held the 28 degrees timing perfect, but it did richen up the air fuel table, which I'm totally okay with. We're into like mid 12s or something, like 12.5, 12.6, which is a little rich at the tailpipe, but I'm totally okay with that. Like for a hot pass on a hot day, you know, if he's running back-to-back passes, not letting the car cool down, I know it's still gonna be safe. But there you go, guys. Freaking proof is in the pudding. We made a little bit more horsepower for this guy, which I'm freaking happy about. But other than that, guys, we're gonna end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a great freaking time watching the footage. If you need any work done or dyno tuning, go check out Gentek Performance. First link in the description below. Check this out. We'll freaking get it done for you. It's gonna be freaking amazing. You're always gonna make horsepower at this shop on this dyno. Maybe it's just a magic dyno jet. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Other than that, guys, hope you guys have a great freaking time, evening, life, year, month, day, whatever. Subscribe, notification bell, all that fun stuff. Diablo Formula Racing on Instagram, and deuces, guys.